Hello and welcome. This upload is really directed towards beginners and I'm going to briefly skim over the surface about moving heads. This is the first moving head I bought. I bought it before I even had any events. Just like you would in the beginning when you got the bug, you've got your turntables, your mixer, or you've got your CDJs or your controller and you're doing your mixing and whatever, and then you're planning on an event, so you've got your speakers and all the bits and pieces that you need to be complete and ready for an event. So I bought some moving heads, very cheap. I didn't know what I was buying. I wasn't going to spend crazy amounts of money on lights, so I bought these. I bought these from an online auction website, and I bought these a few years ago. How many years ago did I buy these? Let's have a look. There it is, 2016. That's not my address, by the way, and that's not me. That's the person I bought them from, and that's where the person got them from when they originally bought them, no doubt. So these, I purchased these in 2016. So I've had these a few years. DMX controllable. There's a couple of shows in the menu. They're very good. They've done what I needed them to do, but what I found was I was getting a lot of bookings for weddings. And if you consider a lot of the weddings were in the summer, some of them in very bright environments where there's lots of windows, and obviously it doesn't get dark till about 10ish, and let's say the dancing has started maybe 3 to 4 hours before that, and you need some lights. These weren't really cutting it. They're not very bright. They're not punchy enough to make any impression on the dance floor or in the room. So they were not useless, but bordering that. So I thought I needed something better that I could do a lot more with. So I progressed from those to these. These are full metal. They cost more. ADJ Pocket Pro Pearls. As I said, full metal body. You can use a remote control with these. So what I did like about these was I could actually be DJing and I could point the remote control at these if they're a master and slave, and I could do a lot more. I could black them out, change the colors. I could easily change the show during one song, and I could make these do a lot more. So the variety was there, and the fact that they're white, they look good for my weddings. You can focus the gobos. These have more gobos, and I got extra gobos in a packet somewhere that's not here, and I could put those in. Some of them have happy birthday, congratulations, whatever. They might be significant for your event. So these were an upgrade. Although I say upgrade, the cheaper ones, it says 30 watt. One piece 10 watt. I'm not too sure, but I do think these ADJ Pocket Pro Pearls aren't as powerful as the cheaper ones. The Pocket Pro Pearls, is a quick skim over the functions. Light source, 25 watt LED. They don't seem as bright as the other ones. These have got the dimming facility. There is so much, the gobo, scroll, shake, built-in shows. I don't really use DMX much, so the shows are something that I opt for because it's so quick, it's so easy. I'm not into learning too much. So you got the pan and tilt inverse, things like that I couldn't do on the cheaper version. So this was what I upgraded to, and I highly recommend these. And from those, I progressed to these monsters. Now these are very expensive, brand new. So I bought smart, and I was hunting for these for ages, and I bought them used. The Intimidator 350 has 3 times the brightness of the Pocket Pro Pearl, and it has lighting effects at a totally different level compared to the other two. It has a pro spec. I originally wanted the 140 SRs, the hybrids, but I never had 140 SR money. These were very powerful. These can really cut through in a bright environment. If you have a room where there's a lot of windows and it's very bright, these can cut through and they can make an impression in the room. Whereas your cheaper moving heads, they just don't really have a significant effect in the room. Another reason why I'm focusing on moving heads is I think moving heads are very good on a dance floor. I think it gives people a bit of confidence to get up on the dance floor and dance. If there isn't much lighting going on, or there's just a wash that's flashing, I think people need a little bit more, let's say a strobe effect that these can give, or the fact that there's a moving light around. Some people who aren't dancers or who aren't ready to dance will get up and dance. These, I think, are a definite when you do have an event. These have a fan. You can change the gobos easily. I've never done that, but you can change the gobos from the top. These you can also use a remote control with. Obviously DMX, and there's so much in the menu when it comes to using these. These are an upgrade in every way. They have a 75 watt LED. They have a split beam. You can zoom with these. They have a 3-facet rotating prism, and when you see these through fog or haze, and even when the conditions are quite bright, these are incredible. You need to see what these can do in a demo. And the fact that the person I bought them from was selling 2 was perfect. I would have loved these in white. I think they look better, and the fact that they were being used for weddings would have been great, but these do the job nicely. If you can find these, I think these are I would say these, I've done a bit of research and I think these are definitely the lights to have if you can get them used, because you can get them at a great price and they definitely cut through any time of the day. I know they're discontinued, which is why I couldn't buy them brand new. These are a definite recommended buy. I had to get a pair. Obviously you have to get a pair. These on totems or these in your show are perfect. Keep an eye on these. If you can get a pair of these pretty cheap, you can look online and you can see how much they cost. But go for something like these. You will not be disappointed and you will not look back. These other moving heads, they've definitely served their purpose, and I'm glad I bought them because I wanted something at the time. But I suggest don't buy equipment before you've done an event. When I say don't buy equipment before an event, I don't mean don't buy anything. I mean make sure you have the basics to be mixing and playing music, getting familiar with what you need to be doing at an event. The little extras you can get coming up to your event. You will need a table, not like the one that you have in your house or wherever you are practicing. You might need bigger speakers. You might need longer cables. Those things you can purchase when you know you have an event coming. And lighting as well, you can get that running up to the event. That doesn't need to be purchased before because you could be buying the wrong lights. I'm not saying these are wasted because I could still use these. They've got no brand name on them, they're just mini LEDs. You can find these very cheap now online or even used. These were good because they were white, and as I said, remote control and so many more options in the menus. But these are incredible. Beginners, these are very expensive, but try and look for something that you think you might end up keeping rather than going from step to step to step. Other than the moving heads, if you like the videos that I'm uploading, Soon I'll be uploading my review or my thoughts of the new RCF NX45A. So stay tuned, and that should be uploaded very soon. Thank you for watching.